Hi there, Gemini. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for April. As the month begins, your ruler Mercury and the Sun are located in the friendliest and most sociable parts of your horoscope. With the Sun also angling up brilliantly to Saturn in your sector of relating in the first week, the people that you can really relate well to are going to be people who can be very solid citizens in your situation. But relationships are not necessarily going to be all straightforwards this month. And particularly when it comes to your professional situation and how you reach out and interact with the world at large. And the reason for this is that there's another angle between the Sun and Pluto, which is in a much more political part of your horoscope, suggesting that there may be other people you're involved with who are trickier to deal with. You may bring some politics into your life, and you may have to find yourself thinking on your feet. Also Mars, the power planet, which is in your sector of relating to, and has been giving you extra drive and motivation and assertiveness. Well, he's going to start to go backwards from the 17th in a retrograde, but also is in a square with the dreamy influence of Neptune right throughout this month. When it comes to interacting with people in positions of authority, anyone at work, or if you're doing a presentation, or you're attending an interview, you're trying to raise finance, you're trying to impress the movers and the shakers of life, you've got to come across in a very authentic way. Because if you don't, it could be perceived that you're actually being a bit evasive, you're not being straightforward, and that can create a very bad impression. This is one of the most difficult aspects that there is, a square between Mars and Neptune, and it's going to affect all of the zodiac signs, not just you. But in your case, do be conscious of the expectations and perceptions of the people that you're going to be relating to, because at times your thinking could be perhaps a little bit too idealistic, a little bit too dreamy, and you need to get it all down to a much earthier level. Now, what's going to help you is the fact that Venus moves into a friendly location as well on the 6th. Now, this is going to help you to use your charm and diplomacy and personality power to the fore. But on the same day, your ruler Mercury goes into a much more reflective area. So value your links on the basis of the sincerity of them, not the quantity. It really is a case of reaching out and connecting with the people who are meaningful in your situation. Now, there is a great link from the 17th onwards for 1 week where Mercury forges a tremendous angle with Jupiter. And there could be something that's said to you in confidence or discreetly by a family member that could turn out to be really heartwarming, or you can make a connection which can really cheer you. But there's also a new moon on the 7th, and this new moon points towards you dazzling people with the power of your sheer personality. But it won't happen if you're timid and follow the well-worn path. It's time for you to be the true individualistic person that you need to be, to not necessarily meet other people's expectations. Now, that's a difficult challenge to do that when Mars and Neptune are combining in that way. So you need to know the situations where you can let your hair down and be free and easy, and the situations where you have to be cuter and more politically astute. Only you can judge it, but it is going to be really important to get that right. Now, it's also possible you could find yourself hugely attracted to someone in your friendship circle in week 3. And at first, you may think, what's going on here? This is a person that I never thought was anything more than a person that I would get on well with, enjoy the company of. But there can be a spark there. Or it's possible that in a relationship that's been long going, you're looking for an extra ignition of passion, and if it has become very dull and very ordinary, then you're going to want something to really enliven things, and that could lead to you thinking about exiting a relationship which has become dull. However, don't be too quick to do this. Value the things you have in common, not focus on the things that keep you apart. I think that's really going to be important. But certainly if you can take the lead and be more enterprising around any friendships or your love life, this is a great month to do it. Now the Sun moves on the 20th into Taurus too, joining up with Mercury, and also there is a full moon on the 22nd. Now if there is a part of your life that's not very well organised, that there is some anxieties washing around in the back of your situation, it's time to do practical things to try to confront the worries that you may have. Don't delay things, don't bury your head in the sand if there is something that you're unsure about. You may find yourself doing things much more behind the scenes. So I think whilst the first two-thirds of this month can be very bubbly and outgoing at times, the last third can see you just a lot more reflective, and that's going to be underlined when Venus moves on the 30th also into Taurus. And if you do have a lot of thinking to do about a relationship and you've made a determined effort to try to reinvigorate it and it's still not coming up to the expectations you have, as this month comes to a close, you could think very seriously if it is time to move on. Equally, there could be someone coming into your life as April comes to a close on a very low-key, even secretive basis, who could become so much more in your future. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.